Salute, salute. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned in to the funniest true crime podcast in the world. We back in the building. We are back in the building. We are back in the building. You already know what it is. This is Dumb Crimes and Criminals, and I am your host, Rick. And you also know at the top of the show, I like to ask for a favor. A free favor, but a favor nonetheless. Help me spread the word about the podcast. Tell somebody about the podcast. Tell a friend to tell their friend to tell their aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews about the podcast. Email it, text it, yell it, however you got to do it. Help me spread the word about the podcast. Cost you no money. If you got a story for me and you want me to do it and make an episode about it on the podcast, feel free to hit the email at thedccpodcast@gmail.com. FTHMedia is the network, the show notes. Check the show notes. The link to that will be in the show notes. Okay, support the network. You dig? We in the building. And again, man, just tell a friend about the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Every week my listeners is going up, so I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. The goal is to make this one of the biggest podcasts in the world. You dig? So we on a long journey, but we gonna get there. All right, we gonna get there. I got two stories for y'all today. All right, two stories for y'all today. Where we going first story? This first story takes place in Germany. All right, takes place in Germany. 27-year-old male goes to take his driving test smelling like alcohol. Now, why on God's green earth would you go take a driving test smelling like alcohol? All right, like, are you drunk? Were you drinking before you went there? Were you drinking last night? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how that could even happen, knowing you got a driving test. Did you come straight from the club to the driving test? You know what I'm saying? Are you fresh from a party or something? Like, what's going on here? But it says 27-year-old man, he goes take his driving test. First of all, 27-year-old man taking a driver's license test is crazy. But I'm not here to judge. Okay, cool. So the instructor is kind of hesitant because he's like, yo, we got to take a road test and you smell like alcohol. You know what I mean? And I don't blame him because that's serious. Do not drink and drive. All right? Do not drink and drive. But that's something serious. So I don't blame the instructor for being a little hesitant. Like, yo, my man, you smell like alcohol and we're about to take a driving test. But my man insisted that he wasn't drunk and he's okay. So against the instructor's better judgment, they proceed to take the road test. Once they get on the road, this guy, smelling like alcohol, starts driving erratically, right? He's driving crazy. Clearly, he probably can't stay in the lanes. You know what I'm saying? He's just making the instructor nervous, right? Because again, smell like alcohol and you're driving like this. Something's not adding up, right? Something's not adding up. So boom. The instructor gets tired. He like, yo, listen, man, you ain't about to have me wreck out in here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, pull in this parking lot, right? Pull in the parking lot. Dude pulls into the parking lot. But it wasn't a regular parking lot. You know what type of parking lot it was? It was the police station. The driving instructor had this man pull into the police station. But he was arrested for drunk driving. And his alcohol levels was 3 times the limit. His alcohol levels was 3 times the alcohol limit. So he was fried. He was fried. He had to be. See, me personally, we wouldn't have made it out the DMV. You know what I'm saying? If I was the instructor, we wouldn't have made it out the DMV. You smell like alcohol. I'm not about to get in the car with you. So I hope that that instructor learned a life lesson because at the end of the day, my man, safety first, man. You smell like alcohol, man. You gotta come back. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you out right now. Go home, man. You know what I'm saying? But my man got arrested and caught a DUI. Like, he caught a DUI at his driving test. That is why I created this podcast. Who catches a DUI at their driving test? What world do we live in where a person can wake up, drink, and then realize, oh, I got to take a driving test today, and go take the driving test drunk? In what world do we live in, man? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Listen, man, if you're listening to this podcast, all right, please, first and foremost, don't drink and drive. All right? That shit is corny, it's whack. Don't do it. Do not drink and drive. And don't show up to your driving test drunk. All right? Because your instructor might have you pull into the police station as well, and then you get a hit with a DUI while you're trying to take a driving test. All right? So stay off the road. Stay from behind the wheel of a car intoxicated. Nothing good is going to come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Nothing good is going to come from that. Save yourself the hassle. Save yourself the everything. All right? As for my man here, you're bugging out. You know what I'm saying? You're 27 years old. You're too old. And you knew better. You should have did better, but you didn't. But you knew better. Could have did better, but you didn't. You should have did better, but you didn't. But you knew better. All right? We're going to go into our next story. This story is Anoia. I don't know if that's Anoia, Michigan. I don't know. I done jacked it up crazy. We're gonna say Michigan. Right? I'm not about to sit here and fumble with this word. Now, it says 2 service attendants refused to hand over cash to an intoxicated robber. 2 workers at the gas station doing what they supposed to do, their job, they chilling. Guy walks in, he's drunk. Clearly he's drunk. Demanded cash from the workers. The workers say no. The intoxicated man then tells the workers, listen, hand over the cash or I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to run that back for you. Guy walks into the spot drunk. Tells the service attendants, hand over the cash. They say no. He then tells them, if you don't give me the cash, I'm going to call the cops and tell them you won't give me the cash. You see what alcohol does to your brain? You see what alcohol does to your brain? Alcohol made this man think it was okay to try to rob a gas station and tell the people if they don't give him the money, he's going to call the cops and tell them that they won't give him the money. This is what alcohol does to the brain. And listen, man, we just heard a story about a dude taking a drunk driving test, right? Now my man walks up in the gas station. He's telling them that. So they say, listen, man, I ain't giving you nothing. You're not getting nothing. Clearly they see, you know what I'm saying? Clearly they probably seen like, yo, he's of no threat. You know what I'm saying? He had to be no threat because for them to just be like, listen, man, we're not giving you no money. They had to see that my man wasn't a threat. You know what I mean? But he told them, you don't want to give me this money, I'm going to call the cops. And he called the cops. Now, it didn't work out the way he wanted to. Because when the cops showed up, he got arrested. He got arrested and charged with robbery or attempted robbery. You called the cops and told them that these people won't give you the money. Cops pull up, you get arrested. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You have to be out of your mind to go into a spot and think that that was going to be okay. You have to be. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some. I done did a lot of stories. I did a lot of wild stories, man. And that liquor, man. That liquor get in your system. That liquor have you doing some strange shit, man. You know what I mean? That liquor have you doing some strange shit to where you be sitting in your jail cell like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. When you sober up and you sitting in the cell locked up with a serious case or a serious charge, right? Because you done did some dumb shit. Now you come down off your hangover and you just sitting there with a sober and clear mind. And you say, yo, what happened, man? What's going on? And they say, yo, man, you walked into the gas station and demanded money. And when they told you that they're not going to give you the money, you called the cops. And you told the cops that you're trying to rob these people, but they won't give you the money. How? What? Hey, like, what do you think at that moment? With a sober, clear frame mind, what are you thinking at that moment? You know what I'm saying? When you sitting in this cell and they're like, yo, what happened? And they're like, you went to take your driver's test to get your license and you were drunk. So the instructor had you pull into the police station and you got arrested and charged with a DUI. With a sober mind, how does that make you feel? You gotta feel crazy. You got to. You got to. You know what I'm saying? You got to, man. You got to. Listen, and again, I'm not here to if you want to get your sip on and all that, it is what it is. I drink a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With me and the wife, we head out to dinner. We out, we chilling, we doing our thing. I might grab something, you know what I mean? I might grab me a Long Island iced tea or something, but just to be sitting around drinking every day, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I'll drink on occasion, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we step out somewhere, I might do some wine, or, I might grab something to drink on a date night, or, me and my wife just doing something, but just to be sitting around drinking, nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like, yo, my man walked into the spot, demanded money, and called the cops on himself. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. But listen, man, I'm about to check up out of here, man. I'm going to check in with y'all on the next episode, man. Like I said, yo, I appreciate y'all for listening, tapping into the podcast. Tell your friends about the podcast, man. Tell somebody about the podcast. Again, man, I really believe in word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? I believe in word of mouth. And I practice that as well. When I listen to an ill podcast or something, I put people on. I hear some good music, I put people on. So if you tapped in, you rocking with Dumb Crimes and Criminals, put somebody on to the podcast, man. I definitely appreciate it. And, again, man, hit the DCCpodcast at gmail.com. Leave some comments, chop it up. We here, man. You know what I'm saying? We here. I know I keep saying it, but the videos is coming soon for the YouTube and all that. We here, man. I got the cameras. I got all the stuff. I'm just trying to, get it to look the way I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got everything I need. I'm just playing with the visual aspect of it at this point. But we here, man. We in the building. FTHmedia is the network. I am your host, Rick. I'm gone.